Yeah, go ahead, Turtle. I'm sorry.
Jordan,
I'm
can
being
I
rude.
can
I'm
I
being rude,
just talk
Turtle. I'm
about
sorry.
Rogue for once
No,
in
you
my
can't
life?
talk. You're done
Is
talking,
this
Turtle.
possible?
We're removing your tongue. Over.
What
Your
I
tongue is
got?
revoked.
Look, I just want Rogue to continue to do crazy stuff. That's all I care about. And I want a good series. I don't care who wins. I want a good series. I want a bracket reset. I want the 3-man pinch play. I want all of it, okay?
Well, boys, it's time. Space Station Gaming Rogue Grand Finals of Rocket League Summer #2. Take it away.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's do it. You know, Turtle, I think that the Space Station, they might be in for a fight. They also might be in for freestyling session #2, featuring Rogue.
Okay. Well, the thing of it is...
Wait a minute, what is Turtle's name? Hang on, I'm sorry.
Wait.
You see Turtle?
Do we have Turn? Oh, wait, Turtle. Turtle, forgive me, please. That is so funny because I'm never going to forgive him. I literally don't even care. It's over. The relationship has already been ruined. Turo didn't do it when we had requested. He baited me, and it means nothing to me anymore. So I just want to start this entire grand finals off by saying that, and now we can continue on.
Turtle, have you ever asked for a second chance or forgiveness?
No, absolutely
no,
not.
You've never
No.
once.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'm not talking to you.
You don't give him a chance to fool you twice. You telling him you're done already.
That's right. It's over.
Now, it looks like Turo shall be asking for forgiveness for quite a while. Meanwhile, Space Station, a couple shots on net, but FIRSTKILLER able to grab the first one and a nice little recovery on top of it. So I don't think FIRSTKILLER will be able to 1v3. Jeez, Turo's name is so long. Every time I see his car fly on screen, just like
I mean, maybe that's the tactic you're going for, trying to blind the other team. But I mean, you're right. FIRSTKILLER will not have that same space that he got against the Knights. Now the question is, does he know that coming in here? Obviously, there's going to be a lot of overcommitment if we see Rogue trying to throw themselves at the ball like they were previously. They need to be a little bit more level-headed here, know who they're up against, and realize that the space is not going to be nearly as extensive as it was in the previous series.
Yeah, they're going to need to try to find the gaps on the hard passing. That they're not going to have that same space that they usually need for it, but they actually get 2 rebounds off the backboard, and Crossbar Rogue are here to play again. That is one they definitely should have scored.
Yeah, definitely. And we're seeing good rotation so far, nothing too crazy. And I think this is just because Rogue know how to play against different teams, obviously, but they're not just one... You know, a one-trick, what's that saying? A one-trick horse? One-trick pony? What is it?
There you go. You know, Turtle.
Pony? Why is it a pony and not a horse? What's the difference? That doesn't make any sense to me. I could just,
Turtle, we're not going to talk about your education.
One-trick cat? It could literally be any animal in that saying. And I don't know why.
One-trick pony because the way that humans use ponies and horses, it's like, you don't really keep a pony. You know what? I don't have to explain this to you. This is a Rocket League game. Why am I trying to explain to you why they call it a one-trick pony?
The one-trick... I'm not going to say it. All right, so it's that
one-trick. One-trick.
And we've also got...
one-trick. You know what MOBAs, when you're only good with one hero, they call that a one-trick.
A one-trick.
So what are you trying to say?
Dude, I could totally go talk about this for hours, but we got to stop before I get into this.
Oh, yeah, I did say someone in chat say one-trick donkey. That's probably more accurate to that.
What about like you can teach a pony multiple things though. I don't understand why that even exists.
You don't even know anything about ponies. How do you know they
What are you talking about, bro? I was 7. I had a birthday party once. Are you kidding me?
You had a pony at your seventh birthday party?
You know, maybe not. I'm just saying.
No,
I know
this has been some fast. This has been some fast Rocket League, by the way. No goals have been scored.
Is this gonna roll in? Oh my goodness!
Champions Field Grand Finals, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we have to offer you.
What did we do? TAROCO was. There wasn't even anything bad about his rotation. Tried to get to the left side of the ball, squeeze it out. They were just too aggressive, and there's the free play. This is a free play situation where they're overextending, which is not what I wanted to see, and they didn't know who they're up against, Jorby.
I mean, to be fair, Turtle, that pinch was kind of nasty. Turtle, forgive me, please. Please.
You know what? I might forgive him. If we get a good game, a good series, I might forgive him. A poor touch from RETALS off the backboard, tries to force it into the corner. In that situation, you need something that's not just going directly in the middle, giving the other team some opportunities on net. And Rogue, this is kind of similar to that Alpine series, where Rogue had been, Alpine were scoring all the time. First to start things out, and then Rogue managed to just battle back and constantly reverse it.
haven't been a ton of space on the pitch. It's pretty much gone exactly as you were saying, Turtle, from that first minute. Like, it's just been nothing but maximum speed touches from both teams, too.
60 seconds left on the
Well, that's how I know
he's already up.
I mean, do you see any similarities in the way that these two teams play?
Oh,
I feel like there's so much to compare that are on a similar, I guess, mentalities for what they want to go for, the speed.
I don't know. I would say yes and no. It's like, I think that Rogue have aspects of Space Station, but I think that Rogue are just made up a little differently.
Yeah.
Like, think about it this way. The way I see it is that Space Station have 3 first killers on their team. It's probably, like, obviously it's not a one-to-one before everybody just rips me apart for that comment. None of them are as good as first killer.
Oh, no, more so they get that Dory voice already. We're coming in the first game, dude. Come on.
I could just hear, dude, I'm sorry. I could just hear the yelling and the cringe in chat. Oh, look at this push. Time to turn it out in game 1. Look at this pass across the Turo.
Oh, no way.
Ooh, but Space Station got it red. Nice little pass again.
TAROCO.
I love this play from Low. Turo's got to try to shell this back towards the box, but that's just a good job on the back wall. RETALS. That's dangerous. No way, dude. No way, Turtle. How in the actual world do Rogue score?
It's because Turo kept it up. First killer's flying out of nowhere from left field and gets a pass across and rely fully on speed. I would give the edge to Rogue. We've got first killer, who we saw in the corner, was able to outpace everybody, get a touch that nobody else could find a 50 on, and that's what got the buzzer beater.
You know, if Leaf had asked me for my prediction, if I hadn't stalled long enough by arguing with you, so I didn't have to give a prediction, I would have based my prediction off of who gets better fist bumps at land, Chrome or Corrupted G.
Okay.
You want to know that answer?
So what's the answer?
Find out after the match. RETALS
Oh my.
going to start off with a kick here for Space Station, and Civical will follow that up. Space Station weren't able to get a ton of offense going, Turtle, and they missed that pass right there, but Civical will shell it back out over the corner.
Okay, let's see what Space Station decide to do now, which is that they've got a lot of this pressure. Seems like they're going for a bit of a slower approach, but still tossing this ball up pretty consistently. I want to see them take this one slower. Like Arsenal right here, taking that first touch, keeping it low. I would say he's got to keep going for it. And I don't know what Turo's name is, when it was just a turn typo. Oh my, we're literally developing a plot with just Turn Turo's name at this point.
It's Turn Turo world building.
Yeah.
The Rogue social media is going to come out with a video soon calling the story of finding Turn Turo. And it's just going to be the story of him, you know, going through life, figuring out which name truly defined who he was. It wasn't Turn Turtle, please forgive me. It wasn't I turn it up. It wasn't what was this other one? Gran Turismo, although that's a solid one.
Right. Well, I'm gonna need to see.
It was Turo.exe.
I'll forgive Turo if he hits me with a, you know, if we get a flip reset from one of his teammates, I'm fine. Or even if Space Station end up flip reset, I just want to see a flip reset and then I'll be fine. I won't be mad anymore. Then we're all good. We're all set, and we can move on from, you know, that earlier type.
I'm kind of hoping we go 7 games without a single flip reset now because you said that.
That would be disappointing.
That time Rogue are hitting it on target, not the crossbar. Typical.
Yeah.
Typical. That's mean. You see him just casually go for that dunk read. He's like, all right, angle my car this way. I dare you to hit it that way.
Oh my goodness. Now the demos as well from Rogue, which is something that I hadn't even considered now, is the aggression. Space Station Gaming, James Bond had mentioned it earlier, it's basically a tactic, which is demos. A tactic they can just pull out of their back pocket randomly, but so far it's only been Rogue who are going for physical plays.
Yeah, no one's really been able to grab like some consistent offensive pressure, but if you're looking individually right now, I think you're getting a lot of what you expect, although Space Station are really trying to punish what they see as a gap in Rogue's defense by hammering this ball against the back wall or trying to force another 50. But Rogue were pretty fast to every challenge. It did.
Yeah.
I think that they thought, like, with all of them in that right corner, that they'd have a better chance at forcing a 4-touch out of them or putting the ball where a Rogue player wasn't. But they still retain possession here. Rogue are playing good defense.
Well, and we also have to consider the fact that Space Station Gaming, maybe that first game was just a warm-up for them. They've really just been waiting the whole time to figure out who they're going to go up against. once making it into the grand finals. They've only played 2 series so far for today. Meanwhile, Rogue have doubled that and played 4. They're fired up. They're ready to go. Space Station might have needed that first game, but surely we can tell that this is a much faster approach that they're taking on offense, but still scoreless here, Jorby, in game 2.
The first pass to connect in the attacking third might turn into a goal. Both teams have been able to cut off these hard passes. Here comes another one, up high off the backboard, it's down in front of the box, no goal. And Rogue will be able to squirrel out a one, but difficult, turned off the play. Probably smart, still a little too far in front for him. He even got the ball back.
I think that was the right choice, but I was, watching from Citadel's perspective as we all were, and it seemed like there was a small window where he could have gone forward after that first shot didn't work out. And now Rogue, nice little transition. Do we have the follow-up from FIRSTKILLER? No, we do not off the backboard. Difficult read. Slowly pushing up is Rogue, but Space Station, they've definitely had the edge in all that possession game.
Wow, Space Station still being pushed against Rogue, or being pushed by Rogue. And now in a lose-lose situation too, but they make the challenge every time. That ball tries to jet through box, and that's the most unfortunate spawn for RETALS, trying to clear that ball, but they still get out. And Rogue pushed forward, Turtle, they almost got beat on the transition.
Well, and it's surprising as well because Turo, normally whenever he is aggressive, there's always a response from somebody, usually FIRSTKILLER in the midfield, to receive that pass, but Rogue decided not to be aggressive in that situation, play a bit more passive. Maybe the 0-0 scoreline is making them worry a bit. And Demos, you can tell, a main factor for Rogue. They don't like scoring whenever there's than a minute left on the scoreboard. They've got to bring it down to the last few seconds, Jorby.
Oh, wow. And Rogue looking to steal the game away from Space Station. I mean, this, like, as fast as the game has been, Turtle, would you agree with me in saying that this has been a defensive set so far?
Yes, absolutely. I'm not so sure about game 1, but definitely in game 2, this has been a much more defensive style from both teams. I'm not sure what got into them. I think we started game 1 where it was a speed contest. Then they both realized they don't want to play that way. Let's focus on our defense and getting those counterattacks in. Wait for a slower play to develop like a demo, which is what got that goal for Rogue. SSG, I don't think I saw 1 or 2. Maybe there was only 1 demo on the field so far for everybody. Arsenal, he's the key factor in that. I think he's got to get involved a little bit more on the offense, and we could see a response. And making sure you can benefit your team. He would rather go for that 1v1 play, try to outpace him, ultimately making him lose more 50s, obviously. But now he's developed more. He's gotten a bit more confident in his play style, and he trusts his teammates. He's going for that slow approach, trying to win those 50s, benefiting the team overall. And it also lets him go up more with more space. Everybody deserves a second chance.
Turo's name is Everybody Deserves a Second Chance. I love this, man. You hear that, Turtle? Everyone deserves a second chance.
It was making me feel bad. Now I just feel bad. It's not
Look how long his name is. The font is like 8 fonts. You need a magnifying glass just to look at it.
Bro. It doesn't even fit the whole thing. It's just a second chance. I don't understand, you know?
Yeah, because he broke the character limit, Turtle.
But the thing of it is, I don't know if I should forgive him yet. I'm gonna need Chat's help on this decision here.
I think Chat will probably want you to forgive him.
Well, I mean, he kind of disrespected me and the Chat. The Chat was trying to convince him.
Hey, Turtle.
The name as well.
Look at it this way. Look at it this way. Everybody deserves a second chance. Rogue, everyone get your reset buttons out and have them at the ready, because Rogue might have the bracket reset. They got 2 more games to go, though. It could be a lengthy journey. However, the most optimal path for Rogue to win this tournament, where they don't feel completely dogged and gassed, is if they win in 4. Oh, RETALS. That was tough, but I'm so used to watching RETALS put those in.
Well, and it's looking likely that Rogue could come out here with a sweep in the first attempt at resetting this bracket, and it's going to be a difficult one. You have to stop Arsenal from being frustrating and changing his play style, because eventually Arsenal's going to adapt. I think that's really what we're all waiting for, is for him to step up, start going for the demos, the dribble plays will come out, and I think Citacle then gets, in turn, a lot more opportunities. See if that comes out here in game number 3. Otherwise, we're looking at the same speed contest that we've always seen. Now, Arsenal taking it slow, that's what I want out of Space Station. One of their best looks so far, but it doesn't result in anything.
Yeah, the best push for Rogue there. That's a good hit from Turo and TAROCO. These are the launches are so fast. They waste absolutely no time on the inputs. It is touch and go at supersonic as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Rogue forced this out of team. Even Space Station Gaming aren't immune from having to dance to this Rogue speed.
Yeah. Well, I still think if it comes down to that, and they're trying to force Space Station to match them, it's going to be in favor of Rogue, especially when they're hot. They are on fire, coming straight off of a sweep against the Knights. They come out, they're passing to the midfield, and hitting this ball with as much power as they possibly can.
Don't you think, Turtle, that redemption stories are nice? You know?
Oh, I do. Oh, I do.
Yeah, you think so? You think Turo, this is his second chance at redemption?
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and forgive Turo, but that doesn't mean I'm anticipating.
Wait,
right?
Is this official? Is this an official?
This is official. I accept the apology from Rogue. I would just like to get that out there. But I also want to see a bracket reset, and I'll be happy. So we'll see what we get. Space Station Gaming, they were in the same situation in the second regional event. They managed to reset it against Envy, but now they're on the other side of it. Sypical does not want to even go the distance of having to worry about a reset.
And it's just a simple smartness from Sypical. You see Turo start to veer up on the back wall, just let the ball drop down, push it below, force him to have to work for the save, and you get the goal. Perfect from Sypical, but had it pretty telegraphed from Turo.
Oh, Retals making it look dirty. Off the ceiling, the bounce pass to himself. That's what I'm talking about. Space Station come out on top with the mechanics in game number 3.
Jeez. That was the Space Station I was looking for in game 1.
There it is.
I mean, to be fair, that was from... There's no to be fair. I take it back. Roger down. And... It's great, because if Turo kept his name like that, I don't even have to read his name. I just see the small font and know it's Turo.
Exactly.
Makes me happy.
That's what makes it easy.
Not much here for Rogue right now. They're forced to wait for a lot of touches, and Sypical still has a flip.
This is the scary thing about Space Station is it's almost like once one person, one single person, one player starts to step up, they all decide to match that pace. That one person doesn't go on to win the whole thing or to carry the entire roster. It's usually a very well-balanced roster who comes out. I just said roster 2 times. But for instance, Retals, Sypical, they are 0.01 away from each other in goals per game. That's how close they are with averaging goals on offense. And then we've also got Arsenal trailing with 0.76 goals per game. But Arsenal also has the most assists per game from the whole team. So it's like everybody can do the equal amount of work to get to this point of winning or beating Rogue. That's what's so fantastic about it.
Space Station. We're locking down Rogue for a little while. They wasted a ton of time off that clock, but weren't able to collect anything, and now having to defend a couple of shots on top of it. Next up, Turo. Got nothing left in the tank, and TAROCO, FIRSTKILLER, forced to wait downfield. FIRSTKILLER wanted TAROCO. He'll still get to him, but that's going to waste more time off the clock. Launch downfield to Turo. Cut off in front by Arsenal. FIRSTKILLER, one more chance at the net, maybe? Yeah, for Space Station. That shot blocked by TAROCO, and now pushed forward for one last chance against the corner. Turo. He got FIRSTKILLER? No, he got Sypical, and Space Station collect a Game 3 victory.
Yeah, and this is good revenge on the last-second goal that Rogue had managed to find, which it seems like Rogue always do find some kind of energy in the last few seconds to push a little bit of worry out of the other team in their defense. But Space Station Gaming, this is a great win for them, and it started with Sypical with that slowdown play, going for a bit of a different approach on the net instead of trying to completely outpace the Rogue defender.
I don't know, man.
You gotta believe,
Space Station.
What do you believe?
This is the thing, though. Well, let me give you my feels fact. My feels fact is that Space Station tend to start slow, and then they grab the match and don't give it up. However, who knows? You know, Space Station haven't been, you know, the typical Space Station lately, but I think they're returning to that form. So that's kind of how I'm operating under that assumption.
I don't
as,
know. Whenever you
current
say they
tilting.
haven't been in that form, are you talking about previous events? What do you mean?
Oh, I just mean the games that they dropped the Knights,
Okay.
some other teams, like, but I think that my statement still holds. I don't have any, like, I don't have any real stats to back that one up, but I don't know, man. I rarely see Space Station lose games.
Exactly. No, I was going to agree with you. I wasn't trying to belittle Space Station, what they've been doing, because I think the first regional event throughout the winter split for RLCS was definitely shaky, but since then, regional event 2, they got second place. Also in week 2 of the grid, they got second place. They've been waiting for this first place spot, and Beyond the Summit, number 2 might just be a first place victory for Space Station Gaming.
That was a really good dump from RETALS. He's, I think it was FIRSTKILLER that he was working against in front. FIRSTKILLER's, the way he's positioned, he's trying to catch that ball, right? He's thinking, okay, RETALS is going to, you know, come up next to me. He's either going to try to force the 50 or run the ball up the side wall. Instead, RETALS lets the ball go at the last possible second, making it really awkward for FIRSTKILLER to handle that ball, force the mistouch. Like, that was really good stuff from RETALS. Small stuff, but important.
Oh, and there's your quick reset from RETALS. There it is. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. Take another look at this play from RETALS coming off the sidewall. Manages to lock in that reset. Uses it at the perfect time. And Arsenal is waiting, ready to respond off the backboard.
Feels like Space Station have grabbed the reins already in the first minute.
Yeah. Now I'm scared for Rogue. Now I'm
This is where I see the test for Rogue.
Oh man.
How do you play multiple goals down? Can you generate offense, or do you get too solo hero if you will, with the ball? That's a really poor way of saying that. But no, make it back. Okay, so not enough time for the tilt to set in, despite tilting being on the field.
It's crazy because you mentioned the solo hero playstyle, but we had seen FIRSTKILLER going up by himself, still managing to beat out those defenders, then get the pass in. So maybe the solo plays is what Rogue need.
And it looks like we are in a quick pause. Bane of FIRSTKILLER comes in, right? Because you talk about him being able to 1v3 teams. Well, look, I don't think I've seen FIRSTKILLER 1v3 Space Station, and I don't think that's going to happen. But he tends to try to take the game over himself when the offense isn't working. And that could be to the detriment of his team. That might cause confusion between TAROCO and Turinturo. We've seen this happen with Rogue. We'll see. I don't know, man. Like, Space Station are a really tough out. Yeah. And it's very possible Rogue could flip it back in their favor. And they're definitely more poised than they have been in the past. Give all the credit in the world to Corrupt the G for that. Oh, I love the change-up idea from Turinturo.
This is lovely ball movement again from Rogue, and this has actually stemmed from FIRSTKILLER being selfless. So far, like you mentioned, Jordan, we haven't seen that playstyle come out of FIRSTKILLER, and I think that you're exactly right. If he does try to play that hero ball style and only go for 1v1 plays, got the fake on Typical. Oh my goodness, that would have been something to wanna go back to and rewatch, but unfortunately, we did not get the end goal. But like I was saying, FIRSTKILLER, he was selfless in that previous situation where there was passes all across from Rogue. If he continues that style up, I can 100% see the bracket reset. And I love the way that Rogue decided to move down the field. They just can't get too desperate and then end up shooting everything. I want them to keep up with these passes.
Oh man, that's a massive 50 in midfield. Space Station were bringing the hurt on the pressure. And Arsenal got the sickest read. It doesn't have the boost. Try again, Arsenal.
Okay.
Sad days.
No worries, but that's a good pass out. Typical on the other side. Seems like SSG are trying to keep the ball a little bit lower instead of just banging it off the backboard in the corners. In the first few games, we had noticed that's all they wanted to do. Hit the ball with power, use the backboard no matter who was there, or if Rogue were with a solid rotation. Instead, now they're taking it slower, going towards the infield, and prioritizing more passes.
Oh, nice little touch there off to the side from FIRSTKILLER. And Turo misreading the bounce. It might mean a hard clear for Space Station. Turo did not help. Oh, he almost helped RETALS. The Space Station retained the lead and almost add to it. Rogue you see them disjointed in their rotation.
Yeah.
They're not able to connect on hard passes. They're not really even able to go for passes because Space Station are just drilling every touch through the defender.
That's a little bit there from Turo, but it's immediately taken away from Arsenal, and I love that touch from him. He doesn't want to go forward with a clear foot. Instead, hits it to his teammate in the corner, and they keep possession. Now they're able to go for a dribble. The 1v1 play from Arsenal is what we all wanted to see out of Space Station Gaming. You notice how it's taking a toll on Rogue. They're wasting boost chasing him around the field, and when they transition out now, they don't have that much boost as they would have if Arsenal had basically just thrown it to him.
Even there, another pass was cut off, and there's no play for Rogue. Everyone has to retreat. And you see the pain TAROCO's in right now, trying to pick up small boost pads. Quick back pass to Space Station will give him a little bit more time to reset, but Arsenal's coming quickly on the flip. At the pass, oh my goodness, Space Station almost score right there. And Retal's got a little help from his friend to get back to that ball.
I thought Typical was about to own goal. He got a hit when the ball got pinched back. Almost placed on net. Now they're trying to keep away Rogue in the final seconds. We've seen how deadly they can be. When it comes down to the wire, still putting shots on net is Rogue, and they've kept the momentum. First killer across, doesn't get contact, and it drops in the corner, Jorby. I thought for a moment we would see another 0-second goal.
Never change, Turtle. We're making sure everybody's set and happy, and you know, all the players aren't complaining about their ping.
Yeah.
And then we will get into game number 5. But for now, players are complaining everywhere around the world about their ping every day, any game, no matter what they're playing. Something's wrong with their ping and why they're bad. Look at this camera angle.
Oh my goodness.
That was almost perfect. Production almost had the call right there.
I know. It's like they knew the kickoff goal was going to happen. We can see TAROCO right on the cheek. Got a nice little shot on net. Space Station Gaming were ready to save it. And once they respond to one opportunity from Rogue, they're instantly on offense, ready to attack and make another strike.
Typical gets a solid second touch, but rest of Space Station are still catching up.
Yeah.
That's definitely a chance where Rogue want to push in midfield, but nobody had the boost to do it. So, you know, you can't get there. You can't really do anything about it. Oh. Well, Firstkiller got that one, but I like Space Station even make you think they're going to go for the demo. That's a nice shot from
There it is.
Turn Regain.
And this is the player I want to see hitting these shots. Give this man a couple more opportunities. Let FIRSTKILLER play that aggressive role instead, because Churro's got those mechanics as well. Nice little shot into the far right corner. Good placement as well. Rogue strike first. And they're closer. They're getting that much closer to the bracket reset. I think the past 2 games from Space Station were a slap in the face. But we have seen some corrections from Rogue.
Space Station continuing to put the press on maximum speed if they can. Arsenal will collect the boost on his rotation out. Oh man, and that's the only way they're actually really able to get on the Rogue's half, is if that challenge just kind of squeaks by, or Arsenal gets a 1-degree angle shot like that.
Well, look at Typical. This is what I mentioned whenever I basically was talking about how Space Station Gaming want to just run through the corners and take all the boosts, make sure Rogue have none on the transition, and eventually that defense will fall. That's what's been happening so far. And you can see it when Typical's ball chasing constantly. Even on the ceiling, he keeps going for the ball.
No way out for Rogue in particular. The rest of Space Station are also back on the play, but we might be in for a lot more defense or a quick stealing shot. That was going to be difficult for RETALS to squelch.
Yeah. And pay attention to how long this ball has been in the half of Rogue. While Rogue have struck first, they got a nice shot earlier from Turo. Possession game has been all for Space Station.
You know, Rogue are just playing catch up.
Okay.
And right, waiting for the Rogue own goal off the Typical touch.
Inevitable at this point. And Typical, we know he's gonna hit that shot, but Rogue also probably thinks Typical's gonna hit that as well. You're rotating back. That's just unfortunate timing for Rogue. Typical's very, very happy that one slipped in. All tied up. And I think that's the result of constant pressure. Rogue don't know how to function without that boost control, Jordan.
Hard to do anything without boost on the pitch, especially with the pace that Space Station has been playing at.
Yeah.
Like, even when Rogue have had to slow down because of the boost, Space Station aren't having none of it. They're like, no, you wanted to play this game, and Rogue said, you're right. But TAROCO actually picks up this goal here.
Yeah, and Rogue have been clinical with the striking when they do have opportunities. This is their second or third shot on net, and they've already put it in. Rogue's still in the lead here. A good response to Space Station's previous goal. And I'm surprised whether or not Rogue's defense holds up. Whenever they get on offense, it doesn't matter the amount of opportunities. They're still going to find a way to put it in.
Well, here's Space Station again. And I still think Rogue have to be careful. What in the absolute world was all of that? Yo, Turtle, break this one down for me.
All right, let me break this down here. Arsenal gets the flip reset. We've got RETALS, a nice wraparound, and something happened. Something happened, Jorby. That's all I can say about that.
He just saved this flip. It wasn't anything special. It just looked absolutely nasty. Like, that's one of those ones where it's like the execution is not necessarily difficult, but to watch the direction change, man, the players got bit hard on it.
Yeah. Well, this is when I love Space Station the most, is you're always questioning what they're going to do next, right? You're thinking to yourself, okay, maybe now is where they go for the demo. Okay, maybe now is where Arsenal gets that dribble in the backfield. Maybe this is when Typical hits the nastiest double touch of his entire life. You never know how Space Station wants to move forward, and they can bring any different style to your own net that you have to defend. Rogue, unable to handle it so far, all tied up. 1:13 left, Jorby. Still dominant pressure from Space Station Gaming. We're waiting for that one mistake out of Rogue.
And Space Station might just create their own opportunity here. They've just had the better opportunities from Rogue. Rogue's still playing catch-up with these touches, too. They can't even get to a 50 right now. Everybody's sitting low on boost, having to rely on pads. And Space Station scooped the ball up again. That's good speed there from TAROCO. Finally, Rogue break out.
It's a good transition. It's the one they needed, but it's quickly turned over. Nobody wants to challenge RETALS now in the midfield as he's able to carry this all by himself straight to the net of Rogue.
Another high ball in front that TAROCO will get the clear on, and that will send the rest of Space Station onto a quick retreat, but this ball will travel the distance of the field in about a second, so one clear into the gap could just mean a goal. We've seen it happen, what, twice now?
Yeah. But with Rogue managing to hold on, they are deadly in the final 10 seconds. A double bump from Arsenal. Now it's a 1v1 from RETALS, but Turo has managed to find his way back. RETALS goes for the fake. Doesn't have the mind game. Typical now, the flip reset. It's possible. Still up. Rogue got a chance. Take it the other way. It drops down, and we've got overtime, Corby.
Rogue don't want this to go too long. They'd like to put this one away as quickly as possible because there's a lot more Rocket League to be played if they want to be the Summit champs.
Yeah.
They'll have to start from their own corner. TAROCO, he has not had a ton of success in this series. He's had a couple of goals, but other than that, he's been largely cut down by these Space Station challenges.
Well, it's because Rogue hasn't been able to get into that style of breakaway opportunity for RETALS. All thanks to Arsenal and that dribble out of the corner. You love to see the control and the fake. He wraps around the ball, makes it look like he's going to go one way, and then takes his time.
Those simple fakes in a match like this just create so much value because every single touch has been a power touch, right?
Yeah.
So you're just expecting another boomer. And third man is the only one, or the third man in the rotation is the only one who can make a touch onto the ball. And that's a panic touch, right? Because the other two are rotating back because we haven't successfully won any challenges or even gotten to the challenge to begin with. Space Station are just the faster team right now.
I'm gonna throw this all the way back to Space Station Gaming's history with other teams that are in a similar place as Rogue. When Space Station Gaming go up against Alpine, which I've seen time and time again, and Alpine have a great record against Space Station Gaming. They win, I'd say, most of the time against them. And that's because Alpine decide to dribble it out of their own corners. 80% of their transition is from and it's with the dribble. So Rogue, do the same thing. Go for the dribbles and take it yourself. That's the key. That's the key, Jorby. It's over.
Oh, man, I just want to see a couple more backboard shot attempts. I don't care which team goes for them. I just like looking at them. That one from Space Station wasn't quite on the mark, just off the crossbar. But turning the tables has entered the battlefield, and we'll see if the tables can be turned for Rogue. It started out pretty favorable for this team. It looked like they were well on their way to a bracket reset, but
it really did.
Here comes Space Station Gaming.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, there we go. That's what we're looking for
Yeah.
for Rogue. Because, like, Rogue likes the hard, long passes, and they constantly go for it. And
Yeah.
Space Station cut them all off. Like, you got to be a little bit more. Your follow-up man, at least, has to be pretty close and on a carry. But 3-man passing play in your own box, I'll take that.
Well, and Rogue love those booming clears because they're all about power. And we noticed that earlier. Speaking of power, check out this clear from Typical. A snipe from his own end.
Oh, no. Turo turned tail and ran, but that's too hard of a shot for you to save, my dude.
Oh,
That's a
my
Space
goodness.
Station lead, and that's not the first one like that Rogue has let in, Turtle.
Yeah. And the question is, why is Typical even taking a shot there? That's
Well, because he's in Turo is like
know.
beyond the midfield line.
It's just unreal
boom
that
that-
he didn't even read the play. Space Station Game. You're no pain. You're on the
Nobody's
defensive
there.
side.
Why wouldn't Civical boom the ball there?
I don't know. It's the right call. It's just amazes me that he knows Rogue have pushed up and decides to go for a massive clear on net. The fact that he can keep that attention span so strong and have the positional awareness of where the other team is, it blows my mind, bro. It blows my mind.
Well, Space Station might blow your mind a couple more times before the end, Turtle. We'll see if Rogue can tie up the game, try to tie up the match. They have not had any offense at all. Here's another attempted pass, but it's just too long. Too much hang time in the air between connection on the players. Space Station are all over these passing lanes. It's not working, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Turtle, but FIRSTKILLER might want to try a couple, solo trips,
Okay.
because nothing else is working. Like, they've tried to push down the field as a unit, but Space Station are picking them clean.
That's what I was asking for when I mentioned Alpine. And specifically from Alpine, we've got Magic Bear, who does almost 80% of that dribbling. He takes it from his own corner and tries to 1v3 Space Station. Usually it doesn't work because that's nearly an impossible task, but it wastes time for your team to get valuable boost against this SSG roster.
Ooh, Retals almost got that redirect. FIRSTKILLER just misses another touch like that. What are these dives from Rogue to try to get a favorable, unconventional 50? This is where the struggles come in for this team. But look, you're only down by one, and actually turning the tables. I actually called him turning the tables. I just looked at the name and just said it. Hang on, Rogue is still playing. Okay, good defense, Space Station.
Final minute and a half. We have come to match point, the grand finals for Beyond the Summit #2. Space Station Gaming looking to take it. There's been a huge showing, not only for SSG, but also for Rogue. TAROCO ties it up. We've been waiting to see his name pop up, Jorby.
And FIRSTKILLER gets a solid first touch.
Wow.
Freezes the defenders on the goal line. No chance for a challenge at all. And then nailed the pass to TAROCO.
Yeah.
So it's FIRSTKILLER feeding the ball to TAROCO, and maybe another chance here for Rogue. Off the kickoff, FIRSTKILLER defended, and Turo in there quickly, but again, Space Station are there to thwart the attack, but Retals, full tank, gets, well, I thought he might have got under one, but the challenge will be Rogue. Space Station are forced back.
That FIRSTKILLER TAROCO link is not something that we've never seen. Oh my goodness, off the crossbar though. We don't see that too often. Typical trying to find one off the ceiling. Cheeky little shot, and they keep the pressure, but they don't get one from that previous opportunity.
Space Station started to put on their own show there after Rogues earlier. Here's Typical again. Just a tester shot, but the rest of Space Station crashed the left side. That means here comes a Rogue transition. Turo got it up against the backboard, but the shot needs to come through for TAROCO. It's saved, but Turo's there, and it's denied again. Popping up in front of it, Retals. Got the next save, but another shot comes. And Typical, oh, so quick down the field. And now trying to take another 50, but Rogue find the pass, and it's another turnaround quick. Here's TAROCO, gets on top of one Space Station defender, and the play simmers for just a moment. No 50 for Turo. Space Station, the last push. Do they have something here? FIRSTKILLER launches it high, and total calculated touch to TAROCO. Backbone to... Okay. We're in overtime, Turtle. Game 6.
We-
They gotta win.
made it.
Rogue gotta win.
We have made it. Well, and here's the thing. Rogue are coming in here, and they found their stride. It looks like they're connecting those 1-2 passes on defense to carry it out. And a much cleaner looking transition has been found for Rogue, but hasn't been able to come up with too much. I still think that first killer and TAROCO combo is a necessity. It usually starts out with Turo finding a 50. First killer then is aggressive, pops it out to TAROCO. They need to find that in this overtime if they want to stay alive in the grand final.
TAROCO tried to pick that rebound, just couldn't quite find it. Turo delayed enough for first killer, but Space Station still knocked down the door. Here, another save from TAROCO, followed up by Turo. You said it. That looked pretty big. Never mind, pretty big for Space Station. Here comes a shot low, though, and first killer can handle it. And a quick turnaround for first killer sends Typical skyward to pick up the next save. But Space Station, they got to be careful on this rogue transition. For every boomer they return, it comes back twice as hard.
Goodness, this
Look at
game
this count.
is turning into a massive clear battle from corner to corner. This ball has been reaching max speed almost the entire overtime. Look at these pinches going back and forth. One team doesn't have the most possession. It's literally a dogfight on the pitch, Dorby.
And first killer grabs the ball again. Reynolds didn't have the challenge. Off the ceiling, Toro's in front, and the shot good! Roll, take it to game 7!
All it took was first killer, the dribble from his own side. It opens up the entire field, and he can snipe Turo on the other side, waiting for a pass out. Rogue, stay alive, Jorby. There's still a possibility of getting that bracket reset.
Yeah, they're gonna win game 7 and just to have to play a whole other best of 7.
From the defense, they need that play. Going for booming clears, while it's good to mix it up with that in your play style every once in a while, you need the slower paced approach against SSG because they have found out the key, which is also the slow playing dribbles. You need to match them with that and stop wasting your boost. They do that. Now we've got Champions Field yet again. Game 7, Jorby. Let's see if we get that bracket reset.
Well, get your wows out in chat. Game 7 is definitely rearing up to be a doozy. All these games have been so fast. Nice little kick there from first killer. Trying to bump Reynolds on the play. Rogue try a physical play to start and now have to retreat. The Space Station clear. Reynolds downfield, but wow, just so quick on the attempted rebound grab.
Here we go. Yes, first killer going for the slow play. I like it. Now gives space to Turo. The pop up to TAROCO. Oh, dude,
TAROCO had it though. TAROCO totally had that because like all you had to do was slow down. But Turo wasn't being challenged on that play. Like if TAROCO just slows down just a little bit, that's a goal.
Yeah.
Like that was a perfect team play right up until the last moment. TAROCO just trying to be a little too fast. I just get locked into what's happening.
Oh, it's open. It's open. Turo's
look
got
about
to
it,
find the finish. Oh, and it's saved from Reynolds. How did he rotate and recover that fast? I have no idea. It was wide open.
They made saves like that before when Rogue had some tough shots on him. I don't know how. He did some saves like that. Arsenal falling back down onto the ball. Space Station. They're happy to go the distance so long as it ends in one bracket and not two. Here slowing it down in front. That's a good workaround by Arsenal on the shot, but also on the ground. The groundwork, excellent.
Yep, there it is. Take a look at Reynolds. He could have tried to outpace and go for a speedy pass out, but he would have 100% gotten dunked. Instead, decide to hit the brakes, go behind the ball, get a good 50, and set up your teammate. It's a selfless play from Reynolds. They take the lead 1-0 and start out very strong in game number 7.
Space Station, again off the kickoff, have possession. Arsenal not only got the ball, but also got the boost and didn't even get bumped for his efforts out. So, first killer moves back downfield, takes a shot. Space Station saved. TAROCO rotates in. And that's a great passing play. Turo turning the tables back to Rogue favor.
Oh yeah, and this is the passing we know Rogue are capable of. First killer lands, gets a nice recovery, then dishes it back out to Turo. Vision all around the field. They know where each other are. The synergy is so apparent. Rogue tie it up.
This is pretty close. Challenge in front for TAROCO is good enough for FIRSTKILLER, who just faked out the Space Station defender and now takes point for Rogue. Forces the 50 down. Turo off the backboard, but RETALS got the read. FIRSTKILLER waiting on the side, and Rogue look like they're about to score another. Oh, but TAROCO got beat by Arsenal. The skin of his car.
Jordan, I'm not gonna lie, I am drenched in sweat right now.
I saw your sweat before the match. I wonder how you're doing now.
Bro, it has transcended. Like I literally
transcended sweat. What is that?
I have elevated. The sweat has now elevated above my skin. And at this point, I don't even know what to expect from both of these teams.
I don't know either, but I don't expect my sweat to transcend. TAROCO, he can't find Rogue. In fact, he just found Arsenal, who tried to get over the ball, set up a rebound, and the shot is good for Typical. Routine play for Space Station.
Yeah, and it's them taking it close for Space Station Gaming. They want to hold the possession. Arsenal is always leading the charge with that aspect of their play style. Keeps it close, off the backboard, then a nice setup. Space Station Gaming go up. They just obviously are looking for a security goal here, but Rogue don't want to give it to him. We've seen the best passing so far this game, I'd see, out of Rogue, but can they keep it up?
Now it gets a bit tighter for Rogue. Coming down to the final minute. That's a win for the 50 for first. That's a clean win for TAROCO, and Turo can't find the net. So now Rogue might be in a quick retreat, but that first challenge, well, it won't give Turo a chance. He'll steal the boost from RETALS, and that'll give him clearance for the push downfield, but it's right back into his net, which he has to come back for a save. Turtle, Rogue, a couple nice saves, but these challenges are really not helping him out right now.
And that's all they can get. It's just one big clear out. TAROCO there, he, instead of trying to go for a dribble or keep it close, maybe go for a 50, he just wants to bang it across. The panic factor is there. Rogue starting to freak out a bit on defense because they have to handle 3 different beasts on offense that is Space Station.
Oh, Rogue, this is broken up in the box. Nobody is available for a shot. People had to pull off, go grab boost, and there's nothing for Rogue on that last push. Here from midfield, they don't even get a chance at the ball. It's taken away. RETALS forces the option skyward for FIRSTKILLER. TAROCO popping this up, but it's got to be Turo's ball. He's nowhere close to it. More time shoot off the clock for Space Station at the end of Game 7. Falling around in front of the box. FIRSTKILLER can't find the ball. TAROCO backs him up, but midfield is closed for business. Space Station every single inch of the pitch. They flip it up again. FIRSTKILLER last chance. He gets another touch, but he's only got 13.
No way, no way.
No double. TAROCO's there. The play is dead, and Space Station have won.
We could have seen it. The buzzer beater to go into OT, but Space Station Gaming hold on. And over the past few events, they've been searching for the first place finish. They secured a 2nd place in the grid week 2, a 2nd place in regional event 2, but finally they drop into Beyond the Summit and take that first spot, Jorby. They've done it. We've been waiting for it. This feels like Space Station Gaming have been revived at this point.
Space Station Gaming.
Oh my goodness.
Revived, and the tables got turned more than a couple of times. We'll be back to break down the grand final and everything in between after a break.
I don't think we're going to a break. I don't think we're going to a break.
You're right.
No,
you're right.
Leave
You're
is
only
ready.
doing that in the bracket
I'm looking over. I see
no
Leaf
break. I heard it,
prepared.
Turtle. I heard it
Locked
in my
and
ears.
loaded.
No break. We're going 24 hours, 48 hours. You know, Turtle, how about 126 hours?
Let's
Yeah?
do it. I'm
All right,
ready.
cool.
Oh, I'm ready.